Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to another Vintage Cube draft here on Magic Online. My name is Scott. I am the semiotician, and we're just waiting for six more players here to get into the zone. I'm not going to force Doomsday. Doesn't mean we won't take it if it comes, but I'm not going to actively force Doomsday. We're just going to enter the draft and see what shakes out of it. Alrighty. What have we here? We have no power right off the bat. I don't see any fetch lands right off the bat. We've got a Snuff Out, a Hex Drinker, a Library of Alexandria, a Coalition Relic, a bunch of nice dual lands. We've got a Fast Bond, which is kind of cool. Taxian Probe, also pretty sweet. But I kind of just think I'm inclined to take Library of Alexandria here. I know it's not as good as it once was, but it is a fine Magic card to start your draft out with. It's playable in basically any deck. It's really good if it's in your opening hand. So we're going to take Library. What have we got next? Okay. There are some number of skippers here. We've got a Thoughtseize, which is premium interaction. Of course, you've got to love a Thoughtseize. There is Tundra, which is a fine dual land. If you want to go into blue-white control, always good with Library of Alexandria. Then there's an Entomb, which is pretty good from a reanimation style perspective. I'm not a huge fan of Reanimator. I've drafted it on multiple occasions and it hasn't always come together nicely for me. I'm really inclined to either take Entomb or Thoughtseize here, though. We could go into the Reanimator direction, but I kind of just want to take a nice interactive spell in the form of Thoughtseize, I think. This is a tough pick. I do think Thoughtseize is better than Entomb, so I'm going to take that. This pack's got Jace Wielder of Mysteries, Thassa's Oracle, Sunken Runes, and Witherbloom Apprentice. It's also Toxic Deluge and Mishra's Workshop. I love Toxic Deluge. It's a really good removal spell. Could take Sunken Ruins, but that's not the best. We could take this Witherbloom Apprentice if we wanted to try to go into the Chain of Smog combo. That worked out kind of well for us in our last league. But that is going into more colors. Maybe I'm down just to take Toxic Deluge here. It's a pretty fine board wipe. Don't hate to see it. I don't know if Consult's in this cube or not. So yeah, let's see here. What's up next? We've got Bayou, Prismatic Vista, Spellseeker, Talisman of Dominance. Those are the cards that are all standing out to me, at least. Prismatic Vista is like not a bad Magic card. Fixes colors. So far, we're just in black. I'm not going to take Harvester of Misery, I don't think. Spellseeker only gets us Thoughtseize at this juncture. Talisman of Dominance is fine, but I kind of just like to pick up Prismatic Vista here, I think. Bayou, of course, is also another card that we could take, but I think I'm happy with jamming a Prismatic Vista there. What do we got here? There's Fire Covenant. We've already got Toxic Deluge, so I'm not as inclined to take that. There's Thought Scour and then Fairy Mastermind. There's also Grave Titan if we just wanted to stay in black, but Grave Titan's kind of expensive. I kind of want to take one of these cheaper cards, I think. And then there's obviously Wheel of Fortune, which is like pretty sweet with Library of Alexandria. I don't mind playing blue in this format, though. It's between wheel or fairy, I think. I honestly might just take this fairy mastermind. It's a nice, cheap, interactive threat. I'm happy to pick it up, I think. Here we've got Spell Pierce, Dark Confidant, Scrubland. There's World Spine Worm for Flash, and then there's Consider, which is a fine can-tripping card. Crabomination, I think, is a pretty good card to, like, ramp into. But I kind of just don't mind taking Spell Pierce here as another interactive spell. Um, I don't mind playing blue-black, I don't think. I mean, these are some of my favorite colors, right? Wow, there's Archon of Cruelty, which would have been sweet. There's no way that that Entomb's coming all the way around the table, though, right? I don't think there's any world where Entomb's coming all the way around the table. We could take the Archon anyways. We could also take Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter is pretty sweet as a cheap spell. There's also Yawgmoth's Will. Not sure we want that. And then there's Prismatic Ending as well if we wanted to start going into Esper colors. Oh, this is kind of tough. I think I'll take the Copter and maybe regret that choice. Reign of Filth. This doesn't seem like it's a Reign of Filth deck, but we honestly don't know. Sylvan Safekeeper. It's interesting. Talon Gates. We could just take Seacrim Coast, which opens up some white cards for us. I don't hate that. Why would we want Reign of Filth, right? I'll take Seacrim Coast. There's a Witch Enchanter, Blooming Marsh. Fast Bond came back around. Don't think we want to be fast bonding. I could take Coalition Relic as like a kind of ramp spell. We could also just take Breeding Pool in case we open any green cards. I think I'm happy with a Breeding Pool here. Then Darkslick Shores seems pretty good given the kinds of cards that we've already got. I think I want Titania. Yeah, I'll take a Darkslick Shores. There's Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Kind of fine picking that up, I think. And then Harvester of Misery. It's not a bad pickup, I guess. It's a removal spell. It also acts as a board wipe. I don't think we care about these other cards. Sandstorm, Salvager enters. Guess I'll take Fire Covenant. Boseiju Who Endures or Verge. I'll take the Verge since we just took Covenant. Throw Worldly Tutor into the sideboard. And what have we got here? Polluted Delta. Mana Leak, obviously an excellent Magic card. But I don't mind, I think, picking up a Polluted Delta here. Obviously, Animate Dead. We could have had a pretty sick Reanimator deck, but I don't think I'm super sad about that, to be honest. I'm just going to keep taking lands. Let's take Polluted Delta here. It's pretty sad to pass up on the Mana Leak, but this fetch land is super premium. I don't mind taking it. Bitter Triumph is a pretty sweet removal spell. There's a Borant Oculus, which I think is a pretty powerful threat as well. Hymn to Turok is pretty nice disruption too. It's between Bitter Triumph, Abhorrent Oculus, and him. Honestly, do we want to take him to Turok? Kind of plays some of our like cheap interactive spells. I kind of like him to Turok. I think I'm going to take it over Bitter Triumph. Maybe that's a mistake. Oh wow, there's Nadu, Winged Wisdom. We could take Nadu. We have a breeding pool and prismatic vista. We could also just take baleful strix. Baleful strix is pretty sweet with Library of Alexandria. I don't know that I want to play Nadu, to be completely honest. There's also strip mine hanging down there. Honestly, I'm taking Strix. I love Baleful Strix. I think it's a powerful card. What do we got here? Wow, there's Lurrus. We're like not far from from being a Lurrus deck. There's also Remand, which is just premium counter magic. It's between, I think, Lurrus and Remand for me. I'm just gonna take Remand. Remand is great counter magic. Here, there's a Cryptic Command and also a Mana Vault. We don't have a lot of things that we're interested in mana vaulting. But Cryptic Command's also like kind of tough to cast, though we do have a number of ways to utilize it. Got a lot of good fixing here. Do we want Cryptic Command or do we want Mana Vault? Mana Vault's pretty powerful. We're not doing a lot with the Mana Vault as it currently stands. I'm going to take it though. I don't think I mind having a Mana Vault in my deck. Forensic Gadgeteer. Chrome Mox. Sink into Stupors. Pretty sweet. There's also Colligon's Command. I kind of don't mind Sink. I don't think that we're really Chrome Moxing here. Treachery's a fine card, but I'm going to take Sink into Stupor. Brain Surge. Preordain. There's also Sword of the Meek. I think I'm just going to take Preordain. Sword of the Meek's awesome, obviously. Deathrite Shaman, also a fine magic card. We've got 2 fetches. Honestly, I'm going to take Deathrite, actually. I don't mind Deathrite at all here. There's a Force of Negation, which strikes me as exactly the kind of card that we're looking for. There's also Pest Infestation, which is pretty sweet. But I'm just going to take Force of Negation. And wow, what is going on here? Mana Leak came back around. There's Unearth and Gush, but this has to just be like the clearest Mana Leak of life. We're going to snatch that up. Right now, we kind of just want a win condition. Abhorrent Oculus came back. There's also No More Lies. Exile 6 cards from your graveyard. We are going to be putting a number of cards into our graveyard. Counter target spell unless his controller plays 3. Man, No More Lies is pretty sweet. I guess I took No More Lies. I was really torn there. Maybe Abhorrent Oculus was just so clearly the pickup. Shadow Spear, Shadowy Backstreet. I guess we take the Shadowy Backstreet now that we have the No More Lies. And oh my gosh, Lurrus just came back. Cryptic Command came back. Are we Lurrusing? I think we're Lurrusing. Oh, this deck just got really cool. And a Ghost Vacuum? Okay, I think we're like pretty well set up to Lurrus here, folks. What do we got here? Do. Okay. There's a Time Twister. Time Twister doesn't really go with the other Lurrus cards unless we were to get like super lucky and open an Orcish Bowmasters. Let's see here. Arid Mesa gets us Shadowy Backstreet. So it basically just gets us black. It also gets us red for our Fire Covenant. There's Brainstorm, We've just got like 2 fetches. Honestly, Brainstorm's not that bad. And there's also Staff of the Storyteller. 1 or more creature tokens. I kind of don't mind just picking up Brainstorm here, to be completely honest. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, wow. There's Caracas. There's Caracas to go with our Lurrus, which is pretty sweet. Oko, obviously insane. Duelist of the Mind's kind of cool. But, I mean, there's Infernal Grasp. Infernal Grasp is like a great creature removal spell, but I really don't like passing Caracas, especially if we're intending to be a Lurrus deck here. Speaking of being a Lurrus deck, we got Urza's Bauble, which is just a great card with Lurrus. So we're going to take that. And then Shelldock Isle, Blackcliff Cleaves, Bloodbraid Challenger, Channel, Everflowing Chalice. There's not a lot from this pack that's particularly exciting for us. We could take Shelldock. I don't think Corpse Dance is really what we're looking for. We're not really an upheaval deck. I mean, we do have Mana Vault, but that's about it. Honestly, Blackcliff Cleaves, not a horrendous pickup. We'll take the Cleaves. Reanimate, Bone Shards, Jackrabbit. Reanimate's kind of cool. Reanimates or Bone Shards. I think I'll take Reanimate. Can get us some powerful cards. Here's a Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel, Sign of Draco. There's a Shield Drip, but we can't play that if we're going to Lurrus. And there's also Time Warp. That's kind of expensive. I'm going to take the Malcolm here. Yep. And then there's Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, or Thieving Skydiver. Honestly, let's take the JVP. Dothy Voidwalker, or Vampire Hexmage. I think we'll take Dothy. It's another cheap attacking creature. Here there's Chromatic Star. There's Kitsa, Otterball Elite, and then there's Oust. I don't mind just ousting here. Obviously, Chromatic Star is also good with Lurrus, but we are missing some cheap interaction. So I'm gonna take Oust. There's Duelist of the Mind, Treasure Cruise, just Badlands. Yeah, I'll take Badlands here. And then I guess Dam. Pretty good magic card. It's Waterlogged Grove, Everflowing Chalice, Channel. Just make sure. I don't know. I'll take the Everflowing Chalice. I'll take Bone Shards. I think we'll take Godless Shrine over Raucous Theater. And then Expressive Iteration's honestly not that bad either. All right, this is what I've settled on. We're going to jump into a game here quick because I've got some buddies coming over to play some Commander. So hopefully we can get through one match in 20 minutes. We shall see. I'm not sure that we can actually cast this Cryptic Command, so I cut it. I'm not sure we have enough creatures to justify Smuggler's Copter. I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to play like the white lands and jam this No More Lies. Play 16 lands. But we'll see how the 18 lands feels. I mean, obviously our curve is like so low. But we've got so many cards like Malcolm, Jace Vryn's Prodigy that let us discard cards. So I think having extra lands isn't terrible, though we shall see. We're on the play here. We will reveal our Lurrus. And we'll wish our opponent good luck. I think we can keep this hand. I think we're going to lead on Ghost Vacuum off Basic Swamp. And then we'll see where we go from there. Let's start sucking up some ghosts, shall we? Got Dam, we've got Brainstorm. I would love to hit a Black Swords to just jam this Dothy. Oh no. Ocelot Pride. Beginning of your end step. If you gain life this turn, create a cat. The city's blessing. Ah, this is bad. This one's bad. Expressive Iteration. Oh no. Well, we do have Dam. But we are fairly far from casting that, so I'm just going to play Breeding Pool tapped and pass the turn here. But our mana's going to fuck us. And there's Wasteland too. Wow. I mean, yeah. Here they go. They're going to start making an army of cats. There's Fire Covenant. That's not the end of the world. We'll pass the turn here. Fire Covenant's going to be great. We can find a red source. Possible I'm actually going to fire a Brainstorm in my opponent's end step here. Aura Invisible Hair enters, and whenever it deals combat damage, create a blood token. Discard a card, sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. Okay. God, we want a red source so bad here. Okay. We're taking some damage here. I think I'm going to fire the EOT Brainstorm because if we hit untapped red, we're in like such a good spot. Let's suck up this Wasteland. Our opponent's going to make a dude. I think we're going to cast Brainstorm. Oh, good. Good. We found it. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to draw. I'm going to play Badlands. I think I'm going to jam Urza's Bauble. I'm going to look at a card in my opponent's hand. They've got a gut. We're just going to pass and hopefully they jam a gut here before combat and we can just blow them out with Fire Covenant. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red, black, blue. Fire Covenant. And then let's suck up the gut, I think. Our opponent's going to pass the turn. We'll draw Swamp. Honestly, now we're going to go Dothy Voidwalker, Jace Vryn's Prodigy, pass the turn. We've got an Elegant Parlor. We're at 12. We've got a Dam, which we are extremely far from overloading. In fact, we actually want to play a couple of white cards in our deck to get around that. Oh, there's Baleful Strix. So let's, I think, start off by getting into the red zone here with Dothy. Our opponent's going to bolt the Voidwalker. That's totally fine. We're going to play Expressive Iteration, or do we just play Baleful Strix? Draw a card. It's a Deathrite Shaman. Let's draw discard. Can we just discard Dam? I think I'll discard Deluge, to be honest. Then I'm going to play Deathrite. I'm going to plus the Jace. I'm going to pass the turn. Create a knight token. Sure. Leave your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and tap those creatures. Yeah, this is going to be a grindy one. Solitude. Sure. Attacking Jace. We're going to eat their thing with the vacuum. Polluted Delta's pretty sweet. Let's start with expressive iteration. Let's put Swamp into hand. Mountain on the bottom. Exile Island. Let's play Island for turn. Let's plus the Jace on this. And then let's damn the Solitude. And then let's vacuum the Solitude. And then let's pass the turn. Lion Sash. That's a pretty good one. Mother of Runes. Also a pretty good one. We might just Deluge for 2 here. Okay, he's taking Voidwalker and Deluge. Sure. Draw for turn, it's Malcolm. Let's hit up a Fire Covenant. Let's cast Fire Covenant. Done. Red, black. Blast all of those. Let's play Swamp. Let's vacuum the Mother of Runes. And then let's pass the turn. They're blood tokening. Jackrabbit. Sure. We're going to go to the end step. We'll eat Brainstorm. Jam Malcolm. Draw. Activate Ghost Vacuum. Solitude your Jackrabbit. And that's the game. All right. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty sick. We just completely got our opponent pretty hard there. Let's be sure to add Godless Shrine for a Swamp. Seacrum Coast for an island. And maybe Shadowy Backstreet for a swamp. Then, do we want No More Lies in our deck since we're making these swaps? It's possible. We actually just want to cut this for No More Lies. Submit the deck like so. Oh, we've got a Lurrus, which we would like to reveal. Got Fire Covenant again, which is pretty sweet. I think we keep this hand. Opponent's got Giver. Giver's going to be a bit annoying. Seacrum Coast. That's a nice pickup. Let's just play Seacrum Coast. Let's play Mana Vault. Then I guess we'll pass. Yep. We could just put Lurrus into hand there, but I don't want to start taking damage off this Mana Vault, I don't think. Ugh, Strip Mine's so gross. Strip Mine is so bloody gross. They have Wasteland plus Strip Mine. Now they have Mother too. This isn't good. Draw for turn, reanimates. We'll play Polluted Delta, we'll pass. Now, like, I feel like the way we get out of this game is by getting to double white for damn. But we're so far from being able to do that now. God, that strip mine was bloody crippling. Crater Maker. Sure. Attacking. Yep. Do we go for the end step? Shadowy Backstreet? Then we only have a couple more white sources in our deck. It's that, or we just go for islands. I think I'm going to take the Backstreet, get a Surveil here. Deathrite is a card that lets us get out of this potentially. We're going to play Deathrite. Do we want to put Lurrus into our hand now? I think I kind of don't mind letting them choose. Maybe they choose to kill the Mana Vault. Unholy Heat. That's crippling. Yep. I really hope he goes for the Crater Maker on the Mana Vault now. Good. Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. Land? Land. Swamp's not quite the land we're looking for. Now we're going to go reanimate on Deathrite Shaman. And then that'll be it. Staff of the Storyteller. Yep. We're going to draw an island, which is nice. We're going to go exile your strip mine. Add white. Go white. Overload. Pass the turn. Add a line. Now we're like really looking for red mana. We'll play Dothy. We'll play Jace. We'll pass. Add a line attacks. Create a 1/1. At least we got rid of the mother. But yeah. This is a dangerous Lion Sash. Yeah. That card's very annoying. Sash eats Dam. My kidney for a red source, I guess. Go to blocks. JVP. Red source. That'll do it. Let's get in there with Dothy for 3. I think we'll pass. They're going to draw a card off the staff. They're going to eat Reanimate. Going to eat Deathrite. I'm going to respond. Play Fire Covenant. Boom, boom. Hit him with Fire Covenant. We're at 4. Yep. Untap, upkeep, draw, Brainstorm. Let's go JVP. Let's discard Brainstorm. Let's play Grim Lavamancer. Put Lurrus into hand. Attack you for 3. Oh, shit. I forgot to activate Jace. Whoops, 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 whoops. My apologies. I'm trying to play fast because I know my friends are going to be here any second now. Staff's going to draw him a card. They've still got 5 cards in hand, which is what's a little challenging here. Thraben Inspector. We know they play Lightning Bolt as well. So, and there's a DRC. Sure. Draw Dark Slick Shores. Let's, I think, kill the DRC plus the Jace. Play Lurrus. I guess jam Mana Vault. Play Dark Slick Shores. Attack you for 3. I could play Adeline, but I kind of just like having this Delver of Secrets. They've got a lot of cards in their hand. That's the skipper here. Ah, Gut's gonna kill us. Shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gut gets us here. So close. Yep. Got him. Am I supposed to play Oust too? Kind of don't mind playing Oust too. Got so many. Maybe Spell Pierce isn't like the best against them, or Fawn. Maybe I should have cut Fawn. Shit, I did not want to have to play a game 3. I might have to scoop this game, unfortunately. Yeah, we can keep this. Lead on Prismatic Vista. Ocelot Pride. That skipper's really annoying. Urza's Bauble. Am I just supposed to jam Dothy here? I think so. Let's just get our win condition down. We might as well play this Bauble. Take a look at one of the cards in their hand. It's an Unholy Heat. So we know that this Dothy's not long for this world. We draw Shadowy Backstreet. That's not a bad pickup. Draven coming in for 1. They're going to make a dude. We're going to drop return. It's an island. We're going to start by getting frisky with the Voidwalker. Then we're going to play Baleful Strix. We're going to draw a card. It's Hymn to Turok. That's pretty cool, actually. But dang, this Ocelot Pride is just savage. Now they have an Adeline as well. Oh, man. The Ocelot Pride has first strike. All right, let's draw for turn. Thoughtseize, that's so fucking bad. Okay. They killed. Ooh, this is not looking good. When you BRB and you come back and they have everything. The fact that they killed. What did they do to kill my thing while I was gone? Solitude. Oh, man. We're taking 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 plus 8 is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're literally dead. We are literally dead, but they have a Solitude in exile. Okay. They have a Solitude in exile. So we can Dothy. Oh, this is actually pretty sweet. I think what we are going to do is we're going to him our opponent. Pass the turn. We'll use Dothy Voidwalker to cast Solitude. We'll kill their Adeline. What else did we hit? Council's Judgment. Okay. I drew Staff of the Storyteller. Sure. Make a dude. We're gonna cast Solitude off the Dothy. Solitude, kill your Adeline. You gain 9 life. Jesus Christ. You can bring a chair over if you want, Brent. Oh, it's totally fine, dude. I told them that I might have to scoop this game because my friends are coming to play Commander. But things weren't as dire as I'm glad I checked their exile. Okay. Then we still have Malcolm. Now they like, I mean, I guess they can attack, but they don't have the best attacks. This doesn't seem like the best attack to me. We go to blocks, kill a cat, I guess. That's not the best attack. Like, we're gaining 3, we're only taking 1 here. Then they're gonna multiply like fucking this Ocelot Pride. Jesus Christ. We need to kill that too. Let's get some stops going. We have to cast Malcolm in their end step. To draw Fairy Mastermind. They have no cards in hand. We have a Sink into Stupor. We need to get this Lurrus into our hand. Let's play Shadowy Backstreet. Remand I don't think is going to help us. Ugh. I put Lurrus. Lurrus into hand. We need a fucking Fire Covenant. I should have attacked first. Yeah, this is bad. This was bad magic. If I draw Fire Covenant, I'm dumb. Right. I know. I'm so stupid. I just jump attack my guy into a fucking spirit. Oh my god. Oh no. I don't know why I attacked. Yeah, this Ocelot Pride, which they played on the first turn, is single-handedly destroying us. Lightning Bolt. Ugh. Yep. Now the Fire Covenant's just not even going to be good enough. So I think this game's over, unfortunately. I actually do have a Toxic Deluge. We really need to draw exactly Deluge. That is not a Deluge. That is not a fucking Deluge. Now, Dark Slick Shores, Lurrus. We go up to 9. I guess I just play Malcolm. Wasteland. Yeah. Goblin Rabble Master, sure. I have not done the math here, but they're attacking everything. We're going to go to blocks. Put Lurrus on there. Malcolm on, I guess, the goblin or cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and we're just dead for Exaxes. Shucks. Wow, yeah, that Ocelot Pride just single-handedly destroyed us. Sorry for the rush play there. But yeah, we're gonna have to finish this league on a later date. All right, everybody. Round 1 came to a bit of a strange conclusion when I got a bit sidetracked when my friend showed up. But we're back for round number 2, and we're gonna see if we can't turn this around. I am kind of happy with our deck. Lurrus is a lot of fun to draft in Vintage Cube, so let's see if we can grind our opponents out in the next 2 matches, and if not, we'll just draft again. We're gonna show our opponent that we have a Lurrus, and we've got a Malcolm, a Mana Leak, a Sink into Stupor, some number of colored sources. So I think we're going to keep this hand. I'll probably lead on a Dark Slick Shores. So we don't know if we want white or red yet off of this polluted delta. If we want to get the Badlands or the Godless Shrine or Shadowy Backstreet even. So I think since we have both untapped white and untapped red off the delta, we're like totally fine to to lead on Dark Slick Shores. And then we can pass with Mana Leak up plus Malcolm and end step. And we get to play the kind of draw go game plan with this hand. Also holding the fetch is nice because we are playing Brainstorm in our deck too. Our opponent's got an Elegant Parlor with a Surveil on the stack. Let's hope they're not double queuing. Kind of feels like they might be. Look, they have a Lurrus. They have a Lurrus avatar, but we have an actual Lurrus. Ha! Always got to pop this companion out. I'm not used to playing companions. Looks like we're against another red-white aggro deck. Which rather sucks, to be honest. I mean, we got a lot of removal in our deck, but I kind of didn't want to play against another aggro deck. That last game got really crazy with the Ocelot Prides. But aggro is very, very good in Vintage Cube. It's not something I personally like to draft, but yeah. All right, they've got a Kari Zev Skyship Raider, which is a 1/3 first strike menace. Whenever it attacks, it's going to make a monkey, a Ragavan. That's not quite as good as actual Ragavan, but yeah, c'est la vie. Here you go. JVP. Let's just play Island Pass. We've got Malcolm. We've got some extra lands to discard to our Malcolm. We can also Mana Leak our opponent here, which is pretty sweet. Though we're going to take a lot of damage. Just rather unfortunate. This flu that I've had is just some lingering mucus and phlegm in my lungs, and I don't know when it's going to go away, but I'm going on to the 3rd week. Hopefully soon. There's a Goblin Rabble Master. I don't think we want to play against that card, so we're going to spend our Mana Leak here, then take 3 damage off the Karizev. All right. Reanimate. What happens if we just reanimate Goblin Rabble Master? I kind of don't hate it. Let's reanimate Rabble Master, and then play out Jace Vryn's Prodigy to block the 1/3. We'll make a Goblin, smash our opponent, and we'll pass the turn. They're going to just pass. That's pretty good for us, I think. Ooh, Library of Alexandria. You don't say. Let's, I guess, play out the library. I think we'll go to attacks. I think we're going to send with the Rabble Man and the 2 Goblin tokens. Kiri's going to eat 1. They're going to take 5. I think I'm going to activate JVP just right now. Try to find ourselves another card here. It's a Prismatic Vista. Let's bin that. I guess we'll just pass the turn here. I'm not going to bother putting Lurrus into my hand just yet. We've got this Sink into Stupor, which we can use to basically stop any of our opponent's plays. The fact that they didn't spend their mana that turn kind of surprises me a little bit. But yeah, we've got some engines pumping here, which is nice. Maybe we can sink a 5-drop into Stupor. We shall see. Staff of the Storyteller. Yeah, I mean, that card's pretty good. It's quite nice in these red-white aggro decks. We saw it last time in the last match too with the Ocelot Pride. It was just popping off and drawing so many cards. And obviously they're going to keep making monkeys here as well. So yeah. Let's see if they're going to attack with Karizev. They are going to attack. Okay. Yeah, we'll take some number of damage here. They're going to feed the staff. Oh, that staff's going to potentially bury us. We'll get an end of turn. Malcolm. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're not going to sink that. It is going to threaten our Rabble Master, though. They have Mana Tithe in their hand. Okay, Malcolm's in. I'm going to pass the turn. We're going to draw for turn. No more lies. So let's play out Delta now. Then I think we're going to declare our attack step. I'm going to make a guy. I think I'm just going to send with all of them. Or do we just keep the Rabble Master back? He's just going to eat the Rabble Master. Yeah, let's just attack like this, actually. Let's just attack like this. Maybe I'm not even supposed to attack with the Malcolm, because I'm just going to get... The Spirit's just going to eat it, but... Yeah, that was silly. I keep thinking this is... I'd made the same mistake in the last game, where I thought that it's on attack, like Lurrus Core, you draw and discard, but this is... It has to deal damage, so that was just a boneheaded, foolish, silly goose mistake there. So now what do we want to do? Well, we can activate Jace. I think we can discard Seacrim Coast. Then plus on the Kari Zev. And then I'm going to put Lurrus into my hands. Pass with no more lies up. Maybe I should have just targeted this Grease Wrench Goblin. Who knows? Lurrus into hand, pass the turn. Okay, let's hope they don't have the Mana Tithe. Let's hope they don't have the Mana Tithe here. This is going to hinge on whether or not they have Mana Tithe. Okay, good. That's very good for us. We're very happy about that. Molten Collapse, Mind Collapse, sure. And they're going to attack us for 4, putting us to 4. Yep. This is a tight one, folks. Draw him to Turok for turn. If we can't Lurrus. I think we have to Lurrus here. Right. We'll play Lurrus. I think we're just going to play Malcolm, play Breeding Pool tapped. Hit this thing. Play Malcolm. He'll draw in response. We'll play Breeding Pool. We won't pay. Then I think we just pass here. Draw a card. They're back up to 4 cards in hand. Well, this hymn will at least do something. Okay, they're greasing up. They are greasing up here. Discarding a couple of lands. I mean, if they find Fire Blast, we're just fucking dead. Sunbaked Canyon. Flame Slash Lurrus. Yeah. These red-white decks can grind. Like, this Staff of the Storyteller card is so good. It's so good. Flame Slash the Dream Den. What else do they have here? They're going to have the Bolt too, aren't they? Get another token on their staff. Let's double block like that. And then I guess put this in front of that and just take 1, go to 3. That keeps us from being able to reanimate Lurrus, which does suck, but that was going to happen anyways. And that was a bad block because this thing has first strike. Right. Sorry, guys. They're going to bolt us anyways. It's going to put us to 2. My goodness. Yeah, we just cannot keep up with all of the things. We cannot keep up with all of the things. So I think we'll have to go to the next one, unfortunately. Wow. All right. Having some trouble with these blue red aggro decks. We have nothing to sideboard. I made a couple changes between the last match and this one. I added the oust into the deck and the no more lies. I don't know. We're just gonna run it back. Hopefully we get more of our removal spells this time around, I suppose. But but yeah, it seems like that Staff of the Storyteller is just really, really good at ensuring our opponent never runs out of cards. We are battling on very thin margins with this list, though. I'll have to try my hardest to remember what all these dumb creatures do as well. Like the first strike was pretty pathetic on the Monkey Maker. All right, we're on the play this time, which hopefully should be helpful for us. We'll reveal our Lurrus companion. We'll stare down a one lander. This hand looks so nice, but it's also like if we don't draw lands or we don't draw the right color of lands, we can get very screwed over. I think I'm going to mull this, though maybe that's crazy. I just feel like the fawn's not that good. This hand is, I think, much better. Though we do need black and red mana to cast this Fire Covenant. We need black mana for our Baleful Strix. We can't cast really anything. But we're gonna keep this. I could put Deathrite Shaman on the bottom, to be honest. We're obviously not casting that on turn one anyways. I think I don't mind that. And then we could lead on Karakas to play around like a dashed Ragavan. But that also means that we can't play Baleful Strix if we draw Swamp, so I think I'm just going to play the Seacrum Coast. And we'll see what the young shaman wants to say. Brainstorm hopefully can fix the contents of our hand or get us the colors. This Fire Covenant, if it can come down quick enough and hit enough creatures, that's one way that we can turn the tide in this kind of matchup. No Mox Ragavan. Okay, yeah, they've got the vampire dude. Let's just naturally draw Swamp, shall we? Malcolm. Okay. Well, let's start off with a JVP. Can at least block the 1 damage here. Okay. He's going to attack. I mean, let's just block. I don't know. If he's going to deal 1 damage to my JVP, so be it. I don't know what he could have. What they could have. Portable hole, sure. Okay. Yep, you've got a hole. Black source. Red source. Okay. I guess we'll play Mountain. We'll just pass with Malcolm, Brainstorm up. But yeah, this is not looking good for the home team. Our creatures are so bad compared to our opponent's creatures. Here they're going to have Staff of the Storyteller. You just wait and see. Generous Plunderer. Yeah, you've got a Plunderer. We've got a Malcolm. We'll draw for turn. It's a Dothy Voidwalker. I guess, whoops, now's the time to cast the Brainstorm, or is it we attack with Malcolm first, perhaps? We draw a card. What do we discard? It might just be Dothy. We're so far away from casting Dothy. And then I guess we play Brainstorm. We're not casting any of these cards anytime soon. So we'll put our black cards back. We'll play Grim Lavamancer, which is pretty sweet. And then I think we actually play the Sulfuric Springs to hold up Remand. We'll play Urza's Bauble. We'll take a peek at our opponent's hand. They've got a Scalding Tarn. We'll draw one of our one of our cards here. We get a treasure token, which is pretty sweet. They get a treasure token. And then hopefully we get to remand some like 4-drop, though we shall see. Inti. Yes, Inti resolves. We can Caracas that. Now I'm lagging. Let's pop that guy back to their hand. They're going to attack for 3. We're going to take 3. Hopefully they can't kill this Lava Man. And the Lava Man can start shredding their resources. We're at 11, though, which is super precarious. I really hope they don't add something else to the board. Flame slash Malcolm. Sure. Yeah, I'm actually really glad they didn't flame splash the Lava Man. Unless they've... The heck is this? Squad. Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. It's Fire Covenant. We could just Covenant for 5. Take everything from them. And then we put ourselves to 6 and we still have like a remand. I don't mind that actually. I'm just going to pass the turn here. They're going to give us another treasure, which is pretty sweet. They play another creature before combat, like a haster or something. Like they've also got this Arena of Glory, which would be pretty sweet if they like exerted the arena. Okay, they're not doing that. Let's go like so, and like so. We'll go black, red, Fire Covenant for 5. Take out all their creatures. They're going to go to co-main. Hopefully we can remand something here. I've still got the blood token. Lion Sash. Honestly, I think I'm going to remand the Sash. It's going to keep them from pumping it multiple times. Oh, Ouse is nice. So now if they redeploy the Sash, we can hit it with the Lava Man. Yep. They're going to eat the Bauble. No, they're eating Malcolm. Okay. Ending the turn. We're going to draw. It's a Godless Shrine. Let's... Man, this lag is going to be the end of us, I think. I don't know what's happening, Magic Online, but you are really not being enjoyable to play recently. Let's cut Brainstorm, Remand. Let's just ping that right out of there. Then we could play Baleful Strix, or we could just put Lurrus into our hand and pass. I actually don't mind, I think, playing out the Strix, draw a card. Oh, nice. Now we can play Island. Put Lurrus into our hand. Pass the turn. They can have Inti, of course. Okay. And Inti, so they're overloading our Caracas. Playing 2 hasters. I mean, if they have Fire Blast, if Fire Blast is their last card, we're dead. This thing doesn't have first strike, right? I don't think so. Okay. Mountain entered exile. They're creating that. It has trample. Block. Take 2, 4, 5. Go to 1. I mean, yep. Holy moly. Untap, upkeep, draw, expressive iteration. So now I can't Caracas. Oh my goodness. Let's play expressive iteration. This thing doesn't have haste. Fawn into hand. Vista on the bottom. Exile swamp. Play swamp. Cast Lurrus. Play bauble. We'll just... I want to get the card in case it's a blue card on their turn. And then I think we just send Kviv and just pass. Draw Mana Leak. So it is the blue card. We do have Fawn up now for like Fire Blast or Lightning Bolt. They're going to discard a card. They're going to draw a card. They're going to play Flage. And Flage is going to kill us. Crazy. We were so close to stabilizing. Yeah. All right. I guess we are 0-2 with Lurrus. Let's see if we can turn the tide here in the last round, or if we're just going to kind of get beaten down by more creatures. This is rather unfortunate. I think we have like we have a lot of removal spells to fight against these creature decks, but I guess I lost that game when I played this untapped Sink into Stupor. I like bolted myself, which was the exact 3 damage. But I wanted to pass with Remand, but then we didn't end up using Remand that turn. If I recall, we like Caracas something instead. But I did value having Remand there, because if they play like Ojutai or whatever those like bigger mana valued threats that they have are, we could have got really hard. So I don't know. Let's see here. Wow, we've got a number of items here that are cheap. We're going to keep this hand. I don't think we can play a turn 1 Deathrite off Vista for Swamp. Uh-oh. Opponent's starting off with some mana here. What have they got? Ledger Shredder. Sure. This shadowy backstreet is just so annoying right now. Baleful Strix. Like, I want to oust this or play a Deathrite or something, but I kind of don't think that we can. Let's just play shadowy backstreet. Oh yeah, let's keep a land on top. I like that. I guess we'll play Urza's Bauble. We'll like take a look at what they've got cooking. A forest. And then we'll pass the turn. We'll draw that Badlands. And then we've got like a lot of things that we can start deploying. We probably want to deploy a 2-drop that we could like oust plus Deathrite. Depending, it's possible this oust becomes more valuable later on in the game as well. They're going to attack with the Shred. I played the forest we know about. They're just going to pass the turn. Okay. Dothy Voidwalker. There's so many options here. Do we want to oust the Shredder? Play Deathrite. They've got a land in the graveyard for us. We could also just deploy Voidwalker pass. Or we could play Baleful Strix pass. Oh, we can't play Strix, so because I did not play the island. So let's just play Voidwalker, actually. Let's see what they want to say about Dothy. Dothy's like a good win condition. If they've got like Mox Diamond, maybe they're fueling their graveyard. Okay, so they're going to lose focus on the Dothy. I think that's fine. We cannot afford to pay. We'll just pass the turn. Next turn, we can go Baleful Strix plus Deathrite Shaman, something to that effect. We could start sucking up ghosts with our vacuum. Let's pop our Lurrus out so we don't forget about her. Black Lotus. Fuck our lives, huh? Let's hope they don't have like a 6-drop to power out here. Or if they do, let's hope it's something we can oust. What do you got for me, opponent? It is a 6-drop, it looks like. Steel Seraph. The beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains flying, vigilance, or lifelink. Sure. And you get to connive. Okay, so, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I feel like we do have the oust here. So we can just play like Baleful Strix, oust your Steel Seraph. Damn, opponents like, we are 0-2 and we're playing against fucking Black Lotus. You'll love to see it. Oh, they got one card in hand and we have 6 in our hand. So I really hope that we can win this game, but who knows? Who knows? I'll probably give it lifelink and smash into the red zone. Yeah, here comes an attack for 2. The problem is, like, oust into Baleful Strix lets our opponent fucking connive. Ooh, Tracky. Caracas is a magic card. Is there any world where we just oust the Ledger Shredder? Flying Vigilance or Lifelink? Do we oust the Ledger Shredder? That is the question. I actually don't know the answer. Play Baleful Strix. Draw a card. I think we just oust the big thing. It's going to be harder for them to cast it. They can connive in response. But then we have a Strix, which can block. And then next turn, maybe we can, like, him our opponent, depending on how many cards they have left in their hand. There's the oust. We've got the Strix. We pass the turn. Malcolm doesn't do a lot here. Kiora the Rising Tide. That's an annoying one. This thing starts making 8/8s. That is really not good. Really, really not good. But it is a legendary creature, so we do get to just bounce it. They get to keep getting value, but yeah. I'm going to draw 2, discard 2. So we're going to end up with 1 card left in their hand. They're going to have exactly 7, so this thing is going to trigger, but this Caracas is going to be... I mean, we can just Caracas it back to their hand and then him them next turn. That's pretty sweet. They can't attack with the Leggy. I hope they just throw the Ledger. That would be so good for us. There's no way they're attacking with Leggy, though. They're attacking with Leggy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. We're going to fire that trade off. Sink into Stupor. Let's play Caracas. Let's bounce Kiora. Let's cast him to Turok. Let's cast Ghost Vacuum. Let's exile Kiora. Walking Ballista. We'll take the Kiora first. I'm just going to start taking all their good cards. That was a pretty disgusting turn for us, I think. So we'll pass here. And now we still got Deathrite, Malcolm, and Sink into Stupor. We can get a Lurrus train going soon here too, ideally. That was such a gross turn for us. Remand. Okay, let's eat the Seraph. I think we played Deathrite. I think we just passed. Do I play Sink into Stupor as a land? I don't mind that. Just keep making our land drops. And then we're just going to pass the turn here with Remand Malcolm up. I think that's fine. Plus Caracas. I think that's fine. They've got a land. Pass. We'll play Malcolm. They've got something. Subtlety on the Malcolm. Sure. Yep. I guess I'll just put the Malcolm on the bottom. We'll just take a fresh card here. It is a mountain. Let's vacuum the Shredder. Play mountain for turn. Put Lurrus into hand. Exile that for a black. Play Lurrus. Cast Bauble. I guess we could draw Fawn, so we'll just look at their hand right now. Pass, draw, Dark Slick Shores. Okay. They're going to smash for 3. That's totally fine. So we can now return the smash. Let's start by playing Baleful Strix. Draw a card. Force of Negation, not a bad pickup. We'll attack with Lurrus. Gain our 3 life back. And then we'll play Dark Slick Shores. We'll eat Brazen Borrower, I guess. And then I could reanimate Dothy. I think I'm just going to hold the reanimate, use it for a Deathrite activation. Talon Gates of Mendara. Phase out the Strix, sure. The Mightstone and the Meekstone. Let's just start by remanding, so we can fawn it then next turn. Attacking, sure. Go to our end step here. Whoops. We'll exile, lose focus to drain 2. Come back around to our turn. Draw Grim Lobomancer. I'm going to play Dothy. I'm going to play Grim. I'm going to play Swamp. I'm going to declare my attack. Get in there with a Lurrus. And then I could vacuum. I could just pop the vacuum here, which makes a bunch of dudes. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to pass. If he wants to jam the Mightstone and the Weakstone, we'll cast Force of Negation. I mean, they have to play the Mightstone and the Meekstone, right? Boom. And yeah, all right. On to the next one. Our opponent says, again, I don't think we have much in the way of things that we want to sideboard because we have so many lands that we drafted. So let's just submit the same 40. All right, we'll be on the draw here. Let's reveal our kitten. This hand, I mean, the mana's a bit sketch, but we can cast a lot of the things we have. I'm inclined to keep it. And we'll see what happens. We're missing blue and white. We can cast Dothy. We can cast him. Let's hope they don't have Lotus. We need a blue card to stop Lotus. Blue card. Blue card? No blue card. I guess we just lead on Godless Shrine. We're on the mono black mana base here, folks. And do we him or Voidwalker? Maybe we Voidwalker before we him. We shall see. Really wish we drew a blue card there, though. Because Black Lotus can just get us so good. Shredder again, sure. Shredder, just Metter. Mana base, the mana base, the mana base. Do we him or do we Voidwalk? I kind of want to Voidwalk. Maybe this is greedy on the him, but maybe we can take some bigger cards out of their hand if they like play a land, do a thing, and then we him them next turn. Maybe they're like more likely to be left with, oh, okay, an evoked subtlety, pitching Kiora. I'm kind of glad Kiora's biting the dust here, and I'm glad this subtlety is not being hard cast. So sure, yeah. And now we can decide if we want this Voidwalker on top of our deck or not. And I think I don't mind keeping the Voidwalker, to be honest. I could reanimate their subtlety, do like the kind of grief thing. I mean, it's a 3/3 flyer. Here's a land. But now I think I'm going to him my opponent. I'm going to him my opponent, and then I'm going to potentially reanimate something that we him. I think that's a good use of our magic cards. Could be wrong about that, but we shall see. Let's draw the Void Boy. Let's sing them the hymn to Turok. They've got loose focus. Hard cast Fawn. Sure. The thing is, now if I like reanimate this subtlety, it's kind of just this thing becomes a 2/4, then I can't attack through it anyways. So I think I'll just pass not casting reanimate here. We'll hold the reanimate. Now they've got cryptic command. I don't know. Attack for 1. Just draw a card. It is a Caracas. Caracas is pretty cool. Let's deploy Caracas. Let's play Dothy. Lose focus, replicate 1. Sure. Do I just reanimate the Dothy now? I kind of don't mind it. Let's just do it. Let's just reanimate Dothy Voidwalker. Oh, and they do get to connive here, though, so that does kind of suck. Maybe that was hasty, because now we're pumping their Ledger Shredder, but... Okay, they just discarded a land, so the Shredder did not get pumped. Okay. Mishra's Workshop. Here comes the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. Yep. Are they killing Dothy? Or are they drawing 2? They're probably drawing 2, right? Yep, draw 2, sure. Man, if we drew a blue card at any point in this game, it would have been so good to fawn that card. Draw for turn. Another land. It is a blue land, though. Our opponent doesn't have a Voidwalk token, so let's start by smashing with Doth. Play this tapped. Put the cat into our hand, and then we'll pass. Play a Trop. Casting an artifact. Is this going to be a Walking Ballista? Steel Seraph. Yeah, that one's a big skipper. Might have to Deluge now. Attack for 3, Deluge for 4. We could Deluge and cast Lurrus, which is pretty sweet. Can't do that and protect the Lurrus with the Caracas, which is not sweet, but we'll see. But yeah, we might have to Deluge here. They've used a bunch of their counter magic already. I don't know how much more counter magic they have. If we draw an island, that would be nice to protect the Deluge with, and then we can just cast the Lurrus on the following turn with Caracas defense plus replay Voidwalker. I like that we're well ahead of our opponent on the clock here. Here's an attack for 1. Sure. We'll fall to 14. Deluge for 4. It's not bad. Sink into Stupor. Okay, let's play this. Let's start by attacking. Get in there with the Void Man. And then Deluge for 4. And then do we play the cat? I kind of think we do. So I've got Fawn to protect it. Cat's in. We'll pass. They got 1 turn to kill the cat. And we have Fawn to protect it. And then we have Caracas to protect Lurrus. We can redeploy our Dothy Voidwalker, start gaining some more life. Haywire Might. Exile target non-creature, artifact, or enchantment. Okay. Haywire Might is totally acceptable. Let's hope they don't have anything else. It's a land. Okay, great. All right, let's draw for turn. Oust. Let's deploy Dothy as our first order of business. Let's attack with the cat. Gain 3. And yeah, these are in the void now, which is so sick. We can just cast a Steel Seraph next turn off Dothy and then replay Dothy off Lurrus. Oh, yo, that's awesome. That I really kind of love to see. I'd feel so much safer though if we had another blue. Beautiful. They just drew an island. Beautiful, 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 folks. We might finally get a win with our Lurrus deck. A match win, that is. Yeah, look at that. Okay, it wasn't the best of leagues. We did face two red white decks back to back, and we just found that in both of those decks, honestly, Staff of the Storyteller just completely let our opponents stay in the game. We could just never grind them out of cards, and yeah, they had like either hasty creatures like Gut, I think, killed us in game two of match one. It was like a top deck Gut, which dealt exactly 4 to us. And then they had the top deck Flage in game 3, which dealt exactly enough to kill us as well of match 2. And then we got there against the blue green artifact strategy in the last match. I think our deck was fine. There was a route to just taking, like, if I just took Entomb over Thoughtseize in that like pack one, like I think we saw like Archon, we ended up with Reanimate. We might have been able to build like a pretty sweet blue black adjacent Reanimator deck. I'm not a big Reanimator guy personally, and I sometimes will just pick cards that I like to play over cards that are patently busted. But yeah, nearby possible world where we were in a quite nice Archon of Cruelty kind of blue-black Reanimator shell there. In any case, that's all for this video. I might run back another draft right now, and yeah, so we're gonna have some more Vintage Cube content coming your way. If you don't enjoy it, I imagine I will be back on the Legacy bandwagon again soon. I have a 5K coming up in a couple of weeks. Not on the 29th. There's a 5K in Oakville, Ontario, and I plan to be playing that. So I will probably jam a couple Doomsday Leagues in preparation for that 5K. But I needed a little break from Legacy, to be honest. Things were just feeling kind of stale and old to me, and I really wanted to play some Vintage Cube because I just have a lot of fun playing Vintage Cube. And so I think it's important to take some breaks from Legacy and try out other formats if you're just not feeling it. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful day.